Guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. One of the things on my to-do list today is to try making butter. Now, I have to make it out of store-bought cream, but I still want to try it. I want to see how much butter I can get out of a liter of cream and see whether it's more economical to do it that way, because the cream is cheaper than a pound of butter. So a pound of butter, even the no-name stuff now, has gotten to $6, which is absolutely absurd. We are completely out of butter now, so I use the ghee, but Chris prefers butter, so we're going to try and make some today. And I just thought you might want to see how we do that. There are a bunch of different methods. I think I'm going to try it with my KitchenAid mixer first, because you can do more at a time, and of course you know I don't have very much patience, so I don't want to do small amounts at a time. Anyway, before I get started on that, I just want to ask you to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. Let's get going. So I'm going to make my first attempt at making homemade butter with the KitchenAid mixer. I was looking at my food processor yesterday. It's a bigger one than normal because I had it for the bake shop, but I really don't want to drag it out too. I don't have enough storage right now, so I'm going to use my big KitchenAid mixer. Now this is the commercial one. What size was it? I can't remember, but it is the commercial one, so it's got a little bit bigger bowl. I did put 3 cups of cream in here because of course I'm always pushing the limits. All the people I've seen online do 2 cups, so of course I had to put 3 in there. We'll see if I end up making a mess or splattering all over. The shields that fit normal bowls will not fit on this commercial bowl. It fits the circumference, but then when I put the bowl up, it squishes against the bottom of the mixer, so I can't use it. So I might have to drape a tea towel around this. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to start trying to get this to separate, and we'll see what happens. Try a few different methods, and of course if I end up getting a cow, I did find online, I think it's $300, and that's American, so of course it's probably like 500 Canadian, but it is butter churn. It's electric, and can you do, I think she said a gallon or a gallon and a half of cream at a time, so if we do get a cow, we would definitely need one of those, because there's just no way you can do this 2 cups at a time. That's just silly. So you can see it's sort of turned to whipping cream now, so it should start to separate in the water. The buttermilk should start to come out of it pretty soon. I can turn it up now, because it won't splatter as much once it gets to this stage. You can sort of see it changing now. It doesn't look like whipped cream. It looks more like cottage cheese, really. Now it's starting to splatter all over me because the water is coming out. So now you can really see the liquid down there. I am going to have to put a tea towel over this because now it's splattering everywhere. You can see the side of the bowl. It's completely spattered, and I'm getting it in the face and everything. So this is the one thing I like, the idea of doing it with the food processor better, because it's inside the food processor and not splattering all over. So I only did it for another maybe a minute, and you can see how separated it is now. And I'm going to drain some of this buttermilk off because it is just making a terrible mess now. So I drained the buttermilk off. I'm surprised this isn't more watery, but I will keep that to bake a cake or something. So this is what I've got left. There's still a little bit of buttermilk in the bottom, but I'm going to whip this a little bit longer and see how much more butter I can get out of it before I have to squeeze it out with my hands and cold water. But you can see what a mess just making it my mixer and everything. I draped a tea towel over the entire thing, but I think this is good enough. I'm just going to drain that last little bit and then squeeze the rest of the buttermilk out of it and rinse it with cold water. Another thing about doing it this way, now one girl did say to finish it off, the video I watched, with the paddle. Whereas a lot of them say to just do it with the whisk. So obviously the thing with the whisk is getting it off the whisk once you get to this stage. So this is a little more difficult to clean the butter off of the whisk. This whisk is really hard to get your fingers into. There's only a couple spots because it's the commercial one, like I said before. Oops. Sure looks like butter and it feels like butter. So I am actually using the filtered water for this too. So squeeze this till it's looks like butter, feels like butter. I guess I'm gonna have to bake some cookies. Let's see how it works. Now some people say to use ice water, some people say not too cold, so I just don't know. Now you are supposed to do it until the water's not cloudy anymore. So I'm just going to squeeze this out really good. Since we're on well water, I am using the filtered water. It is nice and cold. It's actually not getting that much water out of it even now. So I've squeezed it out again, and there, you can see how the water gets more and more clear. So I'm just going to do it one more time. This bowl rolling around like a ball doesn't make any easier either. So my battery died. So what I did was, I couldn't squeeze any more water out of this, so basically I just pressed it into one of these little dishes, glass dishes. I try to use glass for everything now, not plastic. Ever since I started seeing a naturopath in Ontario, she advised me not to store my food in plastic. So I will actually find a glass bottle to put the buttermilk in too. I might do another batch today because the cream is already at room temperature. I've kind of got too many things on the go here. I'm making homemade pizza for supper. Got some fresh mozzarella at the store. So we're going to make pizza for supper, and I'm making stir-fry sauce for tomorrow. So I've kind of got myself backed into a corner here. This is all the room I have to work. So I think I might do another batch since I've got everything dirty and I'm making a mess. Might as well do another one, but the next time I think I'm going to try making it with the food processor so I don't end up with this mess all over the kitchen. So I thought I'd mention, I put 3 cups in here last time and 3 cups this time. Like I said, this is a much bigger bowl and a much bigger mixer. I'm going to do another 3 cups only because I've already made such a mess. I am going to try the food processor next time because this is just too messy to suit me. And but I just thought I'd mention I did put 3 cups of cream in here. Most of the videos I've seen, people are using 2 cups because of course it splatters so much, and the capacity, especially with the food processors, they have a fill line on them. The other thing I'm going to do is once it turns to whipped cream, once it starts to turn to butter and separate, I'm going to switch to my paddle because this thing was a total pain to clean out. I have switched to the paddle now, and I'm going to turn up the speed, and I will probably have to put the tea towel over top of this again. Yeah, I can feel it starting to splatter me because the water is starting to separate. So it literally takes like a minute once it starts to separate for this to happen. So I'm going to drain the buttermilk again and then start the washing process. This is my second batch. This is my first bowl of cold water. So I'm just going to squeeze this out again. You can feel the water squeezing out of it for sure. And then I did switch to my paddle, so that came off a lot easier. And the other thing I'm going to do with this time is, you can see how milky that water is. So I'm just going to put some more cold water in here. It's nice having this filtered water just in a separate little tap because it makes it so much easier to do this sort of thing. And it's nice and cold because it is coming from the well still. So again, you can see it's not quite as milky. And just going to rinse it some more. It's like it being a kid making mud pies or something too. So you can see again, it's a lot more clear, the water this time. So again, you're getting buttermilk out of it each time you rinse like that. I think I'm just going to do it the second time because I am going to use this fairly quickly. I might try making some cookies with it to see. That's about a cup, I would say. I'm just going to weigh it and see how many grams it is. Squeeze as much out as I can. If you freeze it, it's not a big deal. But if you do leave too much water in it, it will go bad quicker. So that's 283 grams, 277 grams. No, that's 227 is a cup. So this is well over a cup. I've got some basil in here too because I was mucking around getting my pizza ready. So that's 283 grams. A cup of butter, or half a pound, is 227 grams. So this is more than enough to make, you know, a batch of cookies or something. So I'm going to put this in a glass container as well, and I'm going to put it in the fridge. I'm not going to put it in the freezer because I am going to use it pretty quickly. But I think I've squeezed as much liquid out of there as I can get. I've gotten a few sets of these glass dishes, and I'm going to use the small one again for the butter. And I think that's it for today. I've got the pizza almost ready to go in the oven. Just got to add some more mozzarella and my tomatoes. I put the pizza on parchment like I do, but this time I'm going to try it in the cast iron pan. I'm going to throw my tomatoes on top, get this puppy in the oven because Mama is hungry. Pizza's in the oven. This is my buttermilk. You can see how nice and thick that is. Last time I checked, a liter of buttermilk was about 3 something. I don't know how much it is now. I haven't checked for a long time because I'm too cheap to buy it. So I'm going to check when I'm at the store because that was more than a pound of butter and almost a liter of buttermilk out of 1.5 cartons, 6 cups. But I am not going to make the butter in the big mixer like that again. That was a total pain in the butt. Very, very messy, and it's too messy to suit me. I'm going to dig out my big Breville food processor and try a batch in the food processor because then it's completely contained inside and no splattering all over me and the kitchen. Somebody's looking for pizza crust. Pizza. So pizza is out of the oven. Look at that. I don't know why I didn't know about parchment paper, but now I do, and I don't understand how anybody can live without parchment paper. So we are going to have our pizza for supper. We're tired out. That's it for today, making butter and getting a few other things done today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and share this video with your family and friends. And we'll see you next time.